Yeah, guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to another edition of Time Out with Yomi Martins. And so many things have been happening right now, and I would like to tell you the implications of the new social media rules on you and you and you, and obviously myself. On Time Out with Yomi Martins, all we do is giving you all the information and educational content so that you know how to make some quick cash from online platforms, entrepreneurship, and all the works to bring money in your Gucci bag. And I'm your host, obviously, from the city of Lagos, Nigeria, the guy with the melanin pumping, Yomi Martins. Now, I would like to always give my disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a dude who knows how to give you information and educational content only. And that's all I do. And if that's what you're looking for, you're in the right station. So let's just get to it and look at what the Nigerian government is actually doing right now in terms of rules for social media operators in Nigeria. This news has been trending right now, and it has been in the news for a while, but just like about 2 days ago, and all that, or is it a day ago? Actually, a day ago, right? Now, this news has been carried by Yahoo Finance and also BBC News. Now, the highlights of the draft regulations from the Nigerian Information Technology Development Agency was dated June 13th, 2022. Now, what the regulation talks about is that platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok, among others, are required to register and open accounts in Nigeria. So unlike the previous situation in which those online platforms could operate anywhere in the world, they need to have an office in Nigeria, a representative office in Nigeria. Now, what that means also is that they must appoint contact persons with the government that the government can actually relate with. Now, the code of practice for the interactive computer service platforms or internet intermediaries was meant to curb online abuses, including information and misinformation and disinformation. You and I will agree with that, that because the social media is not being censored adequately right now, a lot of information actually, are published, and most of them might not actually be necessarily true. A lot of people just broadcast news without actually verifying the authenticity or the validity of what they want to broadcast. Now, regulations basically were developed with inputs from Twitter, Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, Google, and TikTok, among others. So the federal government actually did not take this decision in forming these codes in isolation without engaging the contributions of stakeholders. Platforms are popular in Nigeria, Africa's most populous nation, with more than 200 million people. So obviously, information should be managed appropriately. Now, platforms will be required to provide to users also or authorized persons, agencies, relevant information, including for proposing or of preserving securities and public order. For instance, the issue of NSAS that just happened recently in Nigeria was actually received a lot of attention in social media, right? So if information is not handled appropriately, it can actually be misused. But it can be used positively, and also it can be used negatively. Platforms are to file annual reports to NITDA with the numbers of registered members in Nigeria, numbers of complaints received, and content taken down due to disinformation and misinformation. That means the era of you just broadcasting information without validating is actually over. Because once they start bringing down your content, you obviously should realize that they might actually block your account and you might not be able to use social media again. That means the era of censorship has actually arrived. Now, Nigeria earlier this year lifted a ban on Twitter, saying the United States-based company had agreed to set up a local office among other agreements with the authorities. Now, let's look at the implications of these new rules for you and I. There will be stricter regulations, obviously, because regulations will be stiffer. The federal government is obviously asking for fresh reports of contents brought down so that they can actually monitor the kind of content that are in our airwaves. Airspace also. So you need to be careful the kind of content you broadcast and all that, because you and I can actually be tracked. Information censorship era also has arrived, because you can't just indiscriminately publish information. There is obviously the good, the bad, and obviously the ugly part of this. When information is censored, obviously some good information can also be censored, and the people will be denied the opportunity to actually get information on time. Now, taxation at errors, including taxation of advertising content for government, would also come to play. That means most of us who are online entrepreneurs who actually advertise on Facebook, Instagram, and other media, right, that are currently not paying tax to government, would need to start paying tax to government. I can already envisage that. And obviously, the federal government would also be making a trailer load of money billing these online platforms for the services they render while operating in Nigeria. Corporate social responsibility is another issue. Once a company is registered with CAC in Nigeria, it is actually expected, more or less a moral obligation, to engage in one form of corporate social responsibility or the other. A recent example is, even though they have not even established a representative office in Nigeria, a recent example is Facebook. When Zuckerberg, Mark, came to the country, came to Lagos particularly, and I think he went to Abuja as well, and actually established some pockets of technology-based enterprise, supporting those young budding talents that were in Sabo in Lagos and in a couple of other pockets of towns in the city of Lagos. Now, that's it. If you have any inputs or any comments on what other implications these new rules will have on you or myself, you can drop me a comment. Drop me a comment in the comment section of this video, and let's share our thoughts on what we are to expect with these new rules, with the new rules that the federal government is coming up with for the operation of social media in Nigeria. Until I see you again, thanks for joining me again on Time Out with Yomi Martin. As I always say, don't do what I won't do, and I'm sure you don't know what I won't do. Take care of yourself and have a pleasant day ahead. Bye for now.